So today's mission, ladies and gentlemen, is to organise down here. So I've got to eventually find a way of transporting this, and this all with me. There's wires and stuff down the side that we need to retrieve, clean that area up a little bit, get everything looking good. The back shelf of stuff, now this is where it gets exciting, because the back shelf of stuff is stuff that I'm leaving behind for my nephews to come up and enjoy and claim off me. Like this helmet, or this massive flamethrower. It's not a real flamethrower, it's not actually dangerous, but it's a pretend one that came with a video game from many years ago. This thing that Helen got me, which was a controller holder from Call of Duty Zombies, and these Lego builds, and these cool collectibles from Disneyland and stuff like that. I also have to pack up all of this. Obviously they're all in boxes at the moment, which is good, but then we have to just organise them a bit better. Found some more memory stuff, sorted that out. These are for sale. I've got this Pokemon section here. I'm going to sell these. Doesn't look like a lot, but that box is full of cards. There's about 213 cards in that box that I'm going to sell off. Some stuff down here is already boxed up, so that just needs to be reshuffled. These three big boys is a difficult one. So, me and Helen were discussing this yesterday. We bought the Billy bookcases, and we love the Billy bookcases, and we're going to decorate them beautifully. And when Helen was getting the Billy bookcases measured up, we were measuring the length, we were measuring the height, because they're the two measurements on the boxes. What no one thought about measuring was the depth. So, it's actually not a problem, because the Billy bookcases in this country are a standard depth across the range. So, Billy is a bookcase collection from IKEA. You can get them in various shapes and sizes and colours and heights and stuff like that. But what you can't change is the depth, the actual depth of the bookshelf itself. You can't measure the depth. So you can do the length and you can do the height, but the depth is fixed. And I think it's fixed for the reason that it's just easy to keep it streamlined, seamless across the entire collection of bookshelves. Just they're uniformed, they're easy to balance, they're easy to manage. It's about counterbalancing as well, so they don't topple over and stuff like that. So it is important that they're built like that for safety reasons. But what that does mean is that our current setup downstairs in the downstairs living room, with what we've got built and display ready, can't actually house any of these. That one's off by like 2 centimeters of like depth. This one is off by like maybe 1 or 2 centimeters, and that one is just a no-go. That one is just ridiculous. You can't even. That's like a specialist box, because you build it in different stages, and then it all comes together, and it kind of shapes like a diamond formation. So it's like got like a triangle actually. So there's a line, and then it points out at the front like this, and it goes up really tall and really wide and stuff. But I bought these cases and these sets for the characters. I like collecting the Lord of the Rings characters. Every set comes with a fair few characters along the top, as you can see, like with all big Lego sets, they come with a lot of people. But unfortunately, the Billy bookcase setup that we have cannot house these. And unless we went down the route of custom bookshelves, which obviously costs a lot of cheddar, you're not going to be able to get something that personally houses any of this. So we're going to put this, like a little pin in it for now. We're going to transport them up, get them safely up there, because we have got a plan of working with a local Lego store and actually housing these for my office. So my Lego office, which is like our half a spare bedroom, half a Lego office, we are going to hopefully house them in there, because they don't just come as 3 Lego sets. They also come as a really cool picture. So it'd be interesting to actually keep that picture with them. So to hopefully find a way of securing them safely in the office would be a good idea. Alternatively, if we can't, they do, like you see here, they do break off into different segments. So there's not a reason necessarily why we couldn't just break off like the iconic scenes and like the main body of the build and the more iconic parts and just lay them out like that. We've got options, but it's nothing we could have done in theory, even if we did measure the depth of the sets, which don't come as advertised. You have to do your own research into that. The bookshelves themselves from IKEA are all at a certain depth. Like, you can't get them any deeper. We've tried, we've looked, and it wouldn't have been possible. And then obviously you have to go down the really expensive option of custom building bookshelves, which is not necessary. We can find a way of housing these somewhere else that's going to make it safe and easy to do and cheaper to do. So I've just got to move them. So basically, by the 10th of August, none of this stuff that you see will be in this room. And whatever is left in this room, like I know down here, for example, in this bottom drawer, we have got a few little bits and pieces of Lego. We've got some Lego trading cards, we've got some Lego builds, we've got some movies, some TV shows and films and stuff. That's going to be left for my nephew to have a ransack through. And basically it's just doing my bit to pass it down, pass it on. I've had stuff, I've sold some stuff off, I've kept some stuff, and basically I don't need everything that I've had these last 5 years. I just need to take the essentials with me. So I'm going to get all my essentials, get them all packaged up today. I'm going to sort out my wardrobe. I saw a viral trend on TikTok and Instagram where you put them on the hangers that you want. So I'm going to convert all of my t-shirts onto these nice wooden hangers. And I'm going to then put a bin bag around the base of them, bin bag them all together and zip tie it shut. And then what that should create is this cool effect where they all get stuck in one bag together, and you just literally just take them all off the hooks and just transport them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get stuff done, and then obviously vacate the bottom of this entire thing. Yeah, it's a lot of moving. It's a lot of moving stuff. Listen, the whole part of moving house, it's an adventure. It's a marathon. It's certainly not a sprint. It's a journey and a half, but we're going to get there. We're going to get it done. So yeah, I'm going to go downstairs, put the washing on, and then I'm going to organise and pack up as much of this stuff as possible into the places they need to be. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's all going to work out exactly how it's supposed to. We'll be fine. We'll sort it out. It's time to bubble wrap this TV. So let's get it done. So we're getting some lovely assistance off a moving van on the 10th, I think. So I can put, it's like space-wise, probably like 4 large boxes, 3 medium boxes, 3 small boxes, my 2 office chairs. This one I'm leaving for Rory and William. And my 2 TVs, the first of which we just bubble wrapped this morning. So I'm going to now move this requirement list into a spare bedroom. So how my system's working at the moment, obviously it's getting everything out of my bedroom. We've got these 2 spare bedrooms. This is my mum and dad's bedroom. I've got the TV, number 1, bubble wrapped up. She's all good to go. Very, very nicely packaged. Took 8 meters of bubble wrap to protect that, so that's pretty good. So that's going to go there. The other TV is going to get put here and wrapped in bubble wrap on the morning of the 10th, because obviously I'm using it now whilst I'm up here. And then I'm going to move over here. I'm going to probably put that footstool in the bathroom so nothing gets damaged and keep stuff away from the mirrors. And I'm going to stack here my 4 large boxes, my medium boxes, my small boxes. I've got one of the 2 office chairs in here already, so I can see size requirements, what's going to work. I'm starting to work on a system on this side of the room. So here is stuff that needs to go straight away up into our loft. So this is our Home Alone house. This was a gift off beautiful Helen one Christmas, many Christmases ago now, but we're going to build this and have it on display for the whole month of December, as well as my Lego Winter Village. This is the Halloween stuff. So we got the Stranger Things house. We got this current modern version of the Stranger Things set. So I think Lego's only done 2 Stranger Things sets completely from scratch. So we've got these 2 to build for Halloween time. They'll be on display with the Hocus Pocus house throughout the month of October. Celebrate Halloween. Here is some building Lego equipment, some bricks and spares, and then in there is like some memorabilia and memory stuff, things like that. Over here, at the moment, we have these 2 sets to sell. I bought this at a convention at a pretty decent price, quite cheap compared to what the retail price was at the time. So I got that for a good deal. I love the film Jaws, I love the movie Jaws, I can appreciate it. I don't need to own the Lego set to appreciate it, but I do love it. And I bought it because I liked it. And ideally, if I had a mansion to fill with Lego, I'd keep it. But I just don't have the space, and I don't want to make it overwhelming to store things that we just don't have homes for at the moment. So I'm going to sell this off. That's going to be a good few hundred. And then this is going to be a couple of hundred. This is a retired set. This was weirdly The Office, based off the American version of The Office, not the British version of The Office. So my idea initially was to try and just buy this set keep it and make it look like the British version rather than the American version by customizing some of the characters. But unfortunately, I just don't think it'll actually last in the collection. And it's about the American TV version of The Office, which I don't really have any personal connection to. So that's up for sale. That's up for sale. The rest of this stuff is some stuff, again, to build and put on display. The big, massive one underneath is a Star Wars set. That's going to get retired up into the loft and keep sealed. The Legoland one maybe will get built and put on display one day. Maybe that could be our summer seasonal display, so then that could live in the loft and then bring it down in the summer. Just looks more colourful and stuff. The Star Wars ship, that's getting built and that's getting put on display. In here we've got some things that are already built, ready to go on display. And then up there we've got some medieval stuff, we've got some medieval and Chinese and Japanese stuff up there. We've got Pirates of the Caribbean down there. And underneath Pirates of the Caribbean we've got a massive superhero building. So the Billy bookcases aren't big enough to house the massive Lord of the Rings collection, but they are big enough to house a lot of other cool stuff, so that's the plan. Under here, it's a big crate of minifigures. They're the little Lego characters that you collect. That's full of them, so that's going to be moved. Then we've got some display cases, which we've been dying to fill and put up. And then down there is a Christmas box. So I'm going to divvy these up between like what I would deem as sort of a large, medium, and small kind of box. And go from there, basically. But yeah, lots of moving stuff. So I'll get all the move done, and then I'll catch up with you when I'm finished. This is going to be solo trip number 1. Well, true believers, we've managed to get our stuff back in round number 1 of the solo trips. We've managed to escort a bunch of more belongings from the bedroom to the new house, and they're looking very pretty indeed. These boys are going to go and be in charge of the shed. At some point, I've got all this to organise. I'm going to put some tea on right now and put my phone on charge while we're sorting out all of the bags and stuff. I have the most amount of hooch because when I worked at my last job, they all knew that I loved hooch. So they bought me a literal volumetric ton of hooch. So now I've got a big old cooperative bag of hooch. I have some stuff for the Lego office to sort out. Some stuff that I'm going to start getting pre-bagged up ready for the office versus the attic loft space. And then obviously some stuff for the shed as well. And just do a big sort out session. And put some tea on and get the vlog up for you guys. Yeah, pretty much not what I thought I'd be filming today, but every day's different here in the daily vlogs, so please subscribe for more, and we'll see you in tomorrow's daily vlog for God knows what, because anything can happen, literally. So subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace!